Centonomy has taught us that it's important to manage your expenses by looking at every coin that you spend. And I can tell you for free that it has changed our way of expenditure. Benjamin Okumu is my name. You can call me Ben. I'm glad to be in this Centonomy 101, Season 31. Thank you for inviting me for this recording. And I just want to share my journey with the Centonomy and what has happened, how we got in and so on. We've been in many groups, many chamas here and there, and we read quite a bit with my wife. And when this pandemic came, it became difficult to meet. And therefore, we started seeing quite a bit of links coming on board. And somebody shared a link from Centonomy. And we found ourselves with time and decided just to log on to it. We were not very clear about what it was, but when we read the documentaries and so on, we realized that there was value in it, and that's how we joined. Initially, our mindset was to save some money, and we've been putting some money in saccos, we've been putting some money in some insurances. We've been keeping some money in the house, and we realized, we thought we were okay until we joined Centonomy, which eventually opened our eyes and our mind. So it really made us become very focused, and we learned quite a bit of things. Major to me was the part of investment. We thought when we were in insurance and we were in domestic insurance, education insurance, we were planning for our children, but we were not making money, we were not investing. We realized that was not an investment, it was just a saving for the future. We didn't know that we had not discovered that we spent quite a bit of money on outings and every other day expenses. So Centonomy has taught us that it's important to manage your expenses by looking at every coin that you spend. And I can tell you for free that it has changed our way of expenditure. We write down whatever we want to spend. We only carry money that we are going to spend. And when we don't have it, we don't have it. Centonomy has also taught us that we can plan our money and we budget. And as we budget, we also budget for social capital. When I talk about social capital, I mean these things of funerals here and there. There's a wedding, there's a pre-wedding there, and especially this time there have quite been a number of things coming on board. And we realized in a month we spend over 30,000 shillings on this social capital. Now when we got into Centonomy, we realized that we are not a charitable organization, and therefore decided that we will be budgeting for that. So if your matter falls within that month, within our budget, that is okay. If it doesn't fall within that, then we will just call it a day and maintain our friendship, because we realize that we are spending quite a bit of money, and sometimes money that we would have invested. And then the other thing is the insurance part. I am not against the insurers. I know it's a good thing, it's planning for the future, but in terms of keeping money, you find that you have gotten into an education insurance, and the education insurance is only using your money to make their own money. And therefore, Centonomy has taught us now we can move into investments, we can keep that money somewhere where it is generating more income, where it has a higher percentage, and we can use that percentage to pay our children's fees in future. I've also realized it is good to plan for your retirement. Some of us who are now of age towards retirement, if we had gotten into Centonomy earlier, maybe we would not have done some mistakes that we feel we have done. We've built a home which is not earning income. We have a home in Nairobi which is not earning income. We are staying in that house. We have a car, we have 2 cars that we just drive around. Sometimes we drive in the same direction. So we've realized that you must not have a Mercedes or a Range Rover or a big car, but all you need is a means of transport, and if you can afford a Vitz, you will still get there. And we have also learned that these things about wealth also come with emotions and come with sentiments from people. Why are you so okay and you are driving a small car? It's not about them, it's about yourself. So Centonomy has brought a lot of knowledge into us. Another thing is the budgets that I've said. Initially, we just used to budget electricity and rent and petrol and so on. But now we are budgeting every other thing that we think we need to do. Then we sit down again and review that budget and see what is important and what is urgent. And we have now learned to do only what is important. Urgent things can wait. Then the other thing that we have learned is it has also created a network. My wife is very good at making networks. Already I can see she has networks from Centonomy that are abroad in Germany and so on. And they're already trying to see how can we synergize and make some money from the other end. If anything is there that we can sell, and if anything is here that we can also export to them, and so that they can sell. Otherwise, I think Centonomy is a good thing. It has taught us some discipline. It has taught us some financial management issues. It has brought in many people that we didn't know. We have now new friends. We have new friends with the same focus of investment. We have even formed a Centonomy small group, and we are trying to come up with ideas, our dreams. And dreams are valid. So we are saying, even at this age, I know I had a dream, and that dream is not yet lost. I am sure we can still catch up with the dream. So I would like to thank Centonomy very much. I liked the way the presentations were being done. I especially want to thank the CEO of Centonomy, Bwana Gatumia. He is on top of things with the subject matter. He knows what he wants to say. He says it correctly. He apologizes when he has made a statement that is not correct, which is not very common in this part of the world. So I want to commend Bwana Gatumia. He is a good presenter, he is a good leader, and he appreciates everybody and makes us learn. Finally, I would want to welcome anybody else. We have shared this with our friends, we have shared it with our relatives, and we are planning, especially myself, I plan to put my 2 sons on board in the next session of June. They might not seem to like it very much because youngsters usually don't accept things very fast, but I'm trying to talk to them, and I'll pay for them so that they have no excuse to say they did not get an opportunity. Reason I'm doing that is I am doing my part as a parent, and I am offering what I did not get from my parents, because my parents took me to school, I got a job, I got a wife, we got children. I've invested a bit more than what my father did or my mother, and we want our children to invest more than we have invested, and I think Centonomy is the way to go. Thank you very much, and wish you well, Centonomy. My name is Ben Okumu. This is my Centonomy 101 testimony.